Do not stop, my gorgeous Gemini, whatsoever. There is a different way. There is always a different way to do something so important, to do something that means to you so much, like there is no tomorrow. Just remember, you're going to come across the actual problem in between the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th and the 21st of December 2021. And you will think like, oh no, this specific part of my life can't work like that. This specific part of my life doesn't work anymore. This specific part of my life I can't kind of go through anymore. No, baby, no. Yes, you most certainly can. On one hand, you're going to stumble upon the obstacle that you most certainly are going to be able to go over. There is a different way of doing what you want to do. Okay? I want you to remember this. It's more important than ever. So you're just going to come across this problem and it's going to make you feel, oh no, I want to change this completely. No, baby, no. You're on the right path. What's happening in your life, it's meant to be happening right now at this moment in time. And your response to that would be to just make sure that you understand to stay on your path. There is a different way to get where you want to get. There is a different way to go around about things. Sometimes what I'm always keep on saying lately, you just most certainly need to. You must swim against the current. And this is the moment that it's going to awaken you like there is no tomorrow. In fact, this December, you're probably going to have one of the most powerful moments when it comes to your own awakening. And it's not going to be pretty. But please don't get me wrong. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, beautiful, pinky, pretty, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. But at least you will know the truth. There is a very important truth that you're going to find out. And that truth is also going to be playing an absolutely mind-blowing role when it comes to you making a decision by the end of December. Because that decision is primarily going to be made out of this situation. It's going to come out of this situation, but through your own experience, where your spirituality is going to take over. So most certainly you need to pay attention to your subconscious mind, but also on another hand, people in your life are going to be playing a really important role as well. Because somebody who's so close to you, somebody who means to you so much to you, somebody who means so much to you, somebody who is so important to you, it's going to pinpoint something about your life, and that in itself is going to be pretty much so connected to you abandoning the certain part of your life, but it is going to be for the better. On another hand, just remember to stay committed to the task at hand. Now it's more important than ever. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for December 2021. So this monthly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for December 2021. Your number when it comes to numerology is number 102. So this in itself is absolutely superb, because it means that there is a great fire within you that it's actually going to start. It's going to take over, and that is going to happen within the first 7 days in December 2021. And I like this so much because it's about you paying attention to your passion, you paying attention to things that make you feel good, but at the same time you realizing the strength of your own power. Okay? No matter how things look like, no matter how things sound like, we must not let these things to take the better of us, to take our energy, to steal our energy. Because if our energy is taken away, if our energy is stolen away from us, then we're just going to start thinking in the way that we don't want to think, because some other forces from the outside, and they're dark, rather dark at the moment, will take over. Very important for you to remember, my gorgeous Gemini. Indeed, number 102 means that, there is, just remember, this is so important, because you will think like, oh yeah, something came to an end, blah, blah, blah. But it's all about, there is always another way to do an important part of your life. Do not let it go whatsoever. Do not kind of take these outside dark forces to take over and change your mind about things that are the most important to you. It's about, you realize realizing this, but at the same time you need to focus on your goals, and that in itself is going to give you an extra power throughout the month of December, because the more you're focusing on your goals, this is going to be like your spiritual power. This is going to be like your spiritual fire. This is going to start up your passion, and it's going to keep you going by making you loyal, to be loyal towards those things in your life that you should be loyal towards, to recognize, to recognize this past, to recognize the problems, to recognize the issues, but at the same time to not to let the problems and issues to become too heavy, because they will pull you down. You have the power. You are the power. You have got the power within you, and also you need to, what else do you need to understand? That it's about the actual very important idea that you will have by the end of the month. And I really like it. That particular idea, it's almost immediately going to resolve in the actual opportunities. So the idea, as soon as you have the idea at the end of the December, the last 7 days of December are also going to give you an idea. That idea is going to take 11 months exactly until it blows up. And you will feel very strongly about this idea. You will feel very fiery about this idea. You will feel like you want to take this on. You're just not going to be able to explain, but you will just want to kind of take it on. And this is the power. This is the passion that I'm talking about. On another hand, what you need to remember, that you're going to be so quick and so sharp when it comes to like realizing things and understanding things. So you need to make the most of it. I'm not saying that you're not quick and sharp normally, but those elements and those parts of your life that would normally kind of slow you down by making you feel really indecisive, now you're just going to be very sharp when it comes to it. And this is when you use this the most. Your clear communication, it's going to be very important, when it comes to not only yourself, but when it comes to like a lots of other people in your life. So there is a very specific information and message that you have, and this information and message, no matter how crazy and ludicrous this may sound to you or to other people, please, your job is to let those people in your life know like this particular information, because they're going to benefit from this, my lordy lord, like there is no tomorrow. It's about you having your eyes open, but also at the same time it's about people in your life having their eyes open as well. Do you know what else I also like? It's about the slowly stability. It's going to be coming in slowly the stability is going to be coming in, and that in itself, it's going to bring this time of tranquility. And you need this time of tranquility, because there are going to be a couple of days where you will just want to kind of relax, you will want to kind of chill out, and without you even planning this, without you wanting this, and your body is going to let you know that it needs a little bit of chilling out, it needs a little bit of break. Maybe reconnection with the nature would be like mind-blowing, because it does have this absolutely fantastic effect on us. And sometimes people don't realize how important nature is in our lives. Sometimes people forget this, but then again, we need to remind ourselves how beneficial the forest is, for example, because it rejuvenates us in so many different ways. So this is the tranquility that I'm talking about, that you can get so much out of it, because when you connect and reconnect with the nature, at the same time, there's so many fresh ideas that you will have. So this is something that you need to remember. But going back to that tranquility moment, it's you're gonna realize something about this, something is just gonna come to you. It's like a couple of days of a hermit moment, but it's not really a hermit moment, it's more about you realizing your own capacity, you realizing your own strength, you're also realizing exactly which parts of your life do you need to kind of work on in order to bring you success. On another hand, there is going to be quite important message that you will have when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your financial situation, and the things that you have been worrying about. Victorious moment in time when you least expected, and that in itself is going to be playing a quite significant role as well, because it's almost immediately going to give you and bring you healing energy and healing vibration, because the certain difficulty is slowly going to come to an end, and that difficulty really affected your own stability. That in itself is going to make you feel really, really creative. So this is something I need you to pay attention to. Every single single time when you feel this drifts of creativity, the fresh energy and vibration of creativity, just let yourself flow with this energy. It's so important because it's coming from somewhere else. And the fact that we are having the end of the year, the 12th of the 12 months of the year, it in itself, it creates this kind of unusual and very unique energy and vibration, which pretty much so reflects on us in such a way where we are able to respond to the right things in our life really quickly, instead of being indecisive, which is absolutely normal. But you know, your subconscious mind is most certainly going to take over. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to what's on your mind persistently, pay attention to what's on your mind when you're chilling out, when you're relaxing, because something is not going to be right, something is not going to make sense, that it's going to come to you through that way. And that in itself, it's also going to be like a mind-blowing confirmation, but it's going to be super beneficial for you in so many different ways. It's about your own creativity, and it's also about the beginning of a very, very meaningful experience. I'm so happy for you. There is you will have the beginning of a very meaningful experience, and that in itself, it's going to be pretty much so highlighted in between the 17th of December and the end of that month. That in itself, it's going to make you feel so good, and it's also going to bring you determination. Just remember, my gorgeous Gemini, you will have a very, very meaningful experience, which is going to reflect on your inspiration, on your determination. It's going to make you feel alive again, but it's also going to make you realize, the specific and rather unique part of your life you need to take on the next level. It's important. It's all about your determination. It's about your initiative. It's about your strength, but at the same time, these things are going to bring you really great success into your life, and you will know what this is, because there is going to be a very deep and emotional feeling that at the same time you're going to have. Very important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. And also, when it comes to the certain family member, I'm pleased, Gemini, this is so important, because somebody's just being like a kind of, I don't know, somebody's being like kind of like somebody's a little bit of a dark at the moment. Somebody's a little bit negative when it comes to somebody who means to you so much, whether this is like a brother, sister, mother, father, best friend, but somebody who means to you so much is in a little bit of darkness. They're not going to tell you this, but you're going to come across them. They will tell you something, or you're going to feel something, you're going to realize something, and then you're going to be like, is everything okay, type of thing. No, it's not. And they will tell you like probably, oh yeah, it's all fine, but no, it's not. It's just something that, they have been like, they're getting very low, very down. Something is not working quite right, and it's affecting them quite a lot. You're the one who will help them. You're the one who has got the power. You're the one who has got this absolutely mind-blowing healing energy as well. So please try to see who this is, because somebody most certainly needs your help. Now we need to help out ourselves. We need to help each other as much as we possibly can. Please, please, please. Very important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. When it comes to your health and nutrition, I would highly suggest you to get something like a natural organic acerola cherry powder, or organic acerola cherry capsules, or camu camu powder, or camu camu capsules. Both of these supplements are absolutely superb when it comes to the natural vitamin C, and it's very high when it comes to the actual vitamin C, and it's natural. In combination, you need to take this every day in combination with vitamin D3 and a zinc as well, and this is going to boost your immune system like there is no tomorrow. And another thing, like how interesting that every single sign is having like a bit of a problems with digestion and stomach. Nothing too major, but you can feel that something is not probably right when it comes to the actual stomach lining. So I would highly suggest something like a natural organic aloe vera juice would be superb, or natural organic aloe vera juice, and also like the actual B vitamins complex, and this is going to help you with the like energy as well. And you take it the first thing in the morning, B complex, it's absolutely fine. This is going to be beneficial for your entire digestive system, but also it's going to boost your energy, and it's going to be great for stress and things like that. So you need to make sure that this natural B vitamin complex, B12, is made as in the actual methylcobalamin, which is like the natural version of this particular vitamin, and also folic acid needs to be made as a folate, which is natural version of that particular vitamin within this B complex. So it's all natural. If you're any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Geminini, or not. So now going on the very first dates that are going to be quite important. You know, it's about the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of December. These 3 days are going to be like a great eye-opener to start with, and it's going to start with this like a Twilight Zone like feeling. This energy is going to be strange, it's going to be bizarre. You look outside and something is weird, something is different, something is strange. This is all like a part of this, like a bit of a different dimension that we are walking in, because now it's the end of the year. So this in itself is creating a rather unique energy in itself. So it's the energy where we understand so much, but we can't understand where is it coming from. But then on another hand, you know, that particular vibration that's around us, that's creating this energy, it's making us feel in this particular way. So when you feel like this, just remember that you will find this quite beneficial indeed, because something is going to be on your mind, and then it's going to be keep on reminding you, like kind of nudging you to keep going forward, keep moving forward, and keep going forward, and put your foot down is also very important. It is going to kind of like make you think these first 3 days of December, but on another hand, it's going to bring a bit of like an emotional confusion, and that emotional confusion, it's only going to be there purely because there is a specific information that you will find out by this moment in time, but by the 1st of December, there is a very specific information that you will have that is just not going to make sense to you to start with, but then at the same time, you know, something is going to be true, something is going to be so believable about it, and you're going to be absolutely right. So that is going to be super beneficial for you, because it's almost immediately gonna kind of help you to change your mind with something, you know, and this is like the specific part of your life that you were kind of like going to do, but that in itself is going to change your mind. It's not to completely change your path or anything like that, but it's just something specific. It's just going to be kind of sticking out, and this is something that you need to pay attention to, because it's like more important than people can possibly imagine. On another hand, you know, very significant family matter you're going to have on the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of December. It's important to discuss this family matter, because this is going to be it's going to bring you bigger reward later on. So there is an important family matter to discuss, and that family matter, as soon as you discuss this, you know, with the people that mean to you so much, and if you haven't got a family, then maybe your best friend, you discuss some kind of like a family matter is like a best friend. It could be with your best friend, certain matter that you're going to need to discuss, and that in itself, it's going to bring you really kind of great financial security later on, but also above all, it's about a very powerful reward that is actually going to come through this when it comes to that family matter, my gorgeous Gemini. You see this? You see, this family matter is brilliant because it is just this problem, this issue is so brilliant because you are going to open each other's eyes, but also you're going to kind of get together, you're going to come together, and that in itself is going to make you realize that something very important is slowly changing in your life, and you are going to find yourself on a very powerful spiritual quest, and that in itself, it's also going to make you realize, you know, okay, that there's certain changes that we need to make, you know, that, but in terms of like just changing the way we do things, not stopping things, not blocking things, but just changing the way we doing things in order to get where we need to get, in order to get where you need to get. Just remember the way I started this reading. This is all going to make sense, my gorgeous Gemini, like there is no tomorrow. On another hand, the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of December, also just remember that these 3 days are going to be super specific and important when it comes to the 1st of December and the 17th of December. So now I'm going from the 1st of December until the 17th of December. This is the time when you're going to be able to see new possibilities in your life that are going to bring you new relationships into your life, new people into your life, purely from you having new approaches to all the problems. You see how it all makes sense, you know? know. This is gonna bring you like new acquaintances into your life, but it's all from your own knowledge and from you giving chance to grow by even accepting things that are so weird. Sometimes this life is a little bit crazy, and we just need to help ourselves to stay on top of the things by holding our own candle, you know, by illuminating our own path, instead of, you know, letting our energy to kind of just drain unnecessarily. And that happens when, you know, very strong entities take over and you stay on top of things. You're very powerful, you know, by only doing those things that make sense to you, no matter what is going on, no matter what is happening. So this in itself, it's also in between the 1st and the 17th of December. It's all about you becoming aware of the actual, your driving force by the 17th of December. It's also going to be like, oh yeah, baby, you know, like being aware of the opportunity. You know, this means to you so much. Being aware of the certain opportunity that is going to be a driving force as well. That opportunity is just to do with your own advancement, what you're doing, and by just taking slightly on the next level, you know, but it's to do with an advancement, you know. Also the certain request that is going to be quite challenging is going to be quite obvious, but most certainly is to do with your own a promotion of your own life, just going on the next stage. It's also the great time to see what you can learn about a certain subject, you know, because there is some kind of missing little tiny baby knowledge that is also going to be playing an important role when it comes to your particular situation, my gorgeous Gemini. Indeed, the second important date, and before I go there, I would highly recommend you something like the actual chakra pendant. Absolutely a must. Look at this baby. This gorgeous chakra pendant is absolutely remarkable when it comes to the perfect combination of crystals, which do boost your energy, it boosts your vibration, but it helps you so much to realize on that particular path that you are on. So you ignore the negativities and things that are draining your mind, but also it's fantastic when it comes to like a talking, communicating, expressing yourself. As I said, your communication is going to be very important throughout this month, but also expressing yourself the way you want to express, rather than saying something that you don't want to say and it's meant to be important, and then 2 days later you're like, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. This gorgeous pendant brings you that particular balance. This comes with the sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Gemini, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that. Okay, the second important date is going to be on the 17th of December. Oh my God. Now, the 17th of December, it's all about this crazy sign that you are going to have. First of all, this sign, it's going to be quite significant when it comes to your future planning, because it's going to answer the big, enormous, giant question. Just remember that. On another hand, also you're going to realize a deception, you're going to realize negativity, you're going to realize what to be cautious about, what to be cautious about, what to be cautious about. This is exactly what you're going to realize. Something not quite nice, but then at the same time, it's going to help you out, because you need to know this. This is important, and you know, this is going to be a significant part of your life later on, because you know it's all gonna make sense. It's about you will be awakened here, because you know you will be able to do the right thing, and also you will be able to make the necessary adjustment in your life. On another hand, you know, as I said, you will be awakened. That in itself is pretty much so going to lead towards you having a hope, seeing things that you didn't see before, realize things that you didn't realize before. It's going to inspire you when you need this inspiration like the most, my lord. But on another hand, it's going to bring you hope. It's going to bring you that wonderful balance. It's going to make you feel good about yourself. It's going to make you feel like things are changing, and it's going to bring you really nice prospects, you know, bright prospects into your life. life in terms of like opportunities that you feel so excited about, the inspiration. At the same time, you know, this is going to be connected to an important news. It's going to be followed by an important news. Exactly what part of your life do you need to invest? It's about an investment, but also it's about these bright prospects that I've mentioned. This is all going to be connected, you know. This is not a time to start new projects. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's all about focusing. It's all about planning. It's all about realizing. It's all about readjusting. It's all about staying on the same path. Okay? Making sure that you can do what you want to do. There are other ways around. This is what I want you to remember. But at the same time, it is about the difficulties in launching new projects. So to start new projects in December, no baby, no. Because there are going to be certain difficulties, because you need to go karmically through this month of December to see things for what they are. Okay, so it's not a great time to start new projects, because there will be certain difficulties that are going to be highlighted when you start, if you start to do this. But then again, you know, you will see that the months of January and February are just going to basically change everything. So this is what I need you to remember. On another hand, I would also highly suggest you to get something like a black obsidian. It's like a must at this crazy time, especially when our energy gets drained. You know, black obsidian is very powerful because it protects your energy. It helps you to keep yourself grounded. It protects you from negative people, from negative vibration. It also helps you like to express your feelings and express your emotions and saying what exactly you want to say without feeling blocked or without being uncertain, with just dust temper, with our way of thinking, and then we don't come out the way we want to come out. But purely when you feel like spaced out, when you feel negative, when you feel strange and bizarre, you know, I would highly suggest you to get a black obsidian, because it just brings you right down almost immediately. This comes with the sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Gemini, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now the third important date is going to be the 27th of December. Now this is a big mama moment here as well. It's about the idea. So first of all, you're going to feel this, and it's not only the 27th of December, but it's in between the 27th of December and the end of that month. It's about this activity that you're going to feel, that it's going to make you feel really determined, and it's to do with your own experience. Okay, and that in itself, it's going to be connected to an idea at the end of December 2021. And that idea is to do with your future planning. You see this baby here? That idea is to do with the future planning. That idea is going to be something that is going to flourish, and that idea it's also going to be something that it's gonna pretty much start start changing your life in May, June and July 2022. So there is going to be very strong correlation with that particular idea when it comes to your future planning, when it comes to these 3 months in 2022. So it's very important for you to understand that also that idea that I'm talking about, look, it's just going to give you strength, it's going to give you force, and you will feel, my lord, you will feel like, yeah baby, I want to do this. It's going to bring fire within you, it's going to bring that passion within you, my gorgeous Gemini. This is important indeed, because it's going to remind you of the specific parts of your life, how they used to be, what made you feel really great like before, some kind of element that was missing. You're also going to start thinking about bringing into your life. It's just about the actual idea that you are going to have, but also at the same time it's going to be followed by you having a very interesting advice by somebody who you think of very highly, and they will tell you it's about your devotion. They will tell you that, you know, you need to kind of like do a little bit more, and you will become aware of what more do you need to do when it comes to something very specific, some kind of achievement, some kind of goal in your life. And this is brilliant, because at the same time, you know, it's going to create an obstacle. Oh my God, you know, because you will be thinking about the next step. But then again, in order to get to the next step, you just have to stand your ground. You have to go around, like I say, but at the same time, it's about abandoning the certain part of your life because it's slowly going to come to an end. So this is what I need you to understand. And that in itself is going to bring you, look at this, absolutely brilliant satisfaction into your life. Things are going to start moving on, and most certainly you're going to find yourself on the right path, because it is going to bring you rather mind-blowing accomplishment in your life. And I hope you understand, you know, just pay attention to your subconscious mind, pay attention to how you feel, because it's going to be so important. By the same time, you will have the relevant answers that you need, you know. You will have the relevant answers. Every answer that you need, you will have. So this is something that I need you to remember as well. So now, my gorgeous Geminini, I'm just going to see what is briefly going to happen in the first part of December, mid part of December, and the last part of December. So the first part of December, you know, it's all about like, please, the first 10 days are so important when it comes to your actual dreams, you know, and also the first 10 days of December, it's not only about the dreams, because lots of people don't remember their dreams, but it's also our dream appear in our lives in many different ways, like in our mind, you know, when we are like kind of doing something and something is just going to be keep on coming to you. There is something very specific that you need to pay attention to. It's time. You're going to have like a kind of like an opportunity to make a relevant shortcut in your life, as long as you trust yourself and as long as you do things that make sense to you only. So it's time to pay attention to your dreams if you remember them, but also within the first 10 days, pay attention to what is the first thing that is on your mind as soon as you wake up in the morning, because at that moment in time, you're still part of all sorts of different dimensions, vibrations and energies, and then you are so much wiser, and then there are things come to you that they wouldn't normally come to you. So this is something that you need to make the most of it within the first 10 days indeed. You see, it's about a new start, but you have to trust yourself and put your fears aside as well. The mid part of December, you know, you're going to be thinking about something, but it's about waiting for the perfect timing, waiting for the perfect timing. The perfect timing that you are waiting for, it's going to be in January and February 2022. So it's about waiting for certain timing, for the perfect timing, purely because of that difficulties in launching new projects. This is for planning, focusing, and getting that vavavoomish energy like going and flowing, you know, and then your spiritual journey is going to take the rest, you know. The last part of December, you know, it's my lord, you know, you will not even realize what a significant time this is going to be when it comes to the actual planning for the long term. Okay, and also you are gonna have like kind of quite significant abundance from past choices, you know, and this is going to make you feel really great. But you need to remember to be patient when you decide, as you decide what's next, you know. It's a very important when it comes to planning for the long term, but at the same time you need to understand to be patient, you know, when you're deciding what to do next, because January and February the vibration is going to be completely different when it comes to going on the next step, and you will see, you will become aware of it. So that's why I'm just preparing you for this particular moment in time indeed. When it comes to those of you that are in relationship, my gorgeous Gemininis, you know, it's just like a basically it is like you have been waiting to do something, but I don't know what is blocking you. I don't know what is preventing you. There was a blockage that you both had when it comes to your planning, when it comes to your next stage, you know, and then you both like have found yourself in a little bit of a self-denial, because without even realizing the path is open and you're both ready to go through. The door are open, the portal is open for you this month, my gorgeous Geminini, which means that the blockage that you had that prevented you from doing something very specific both of you as a couple wanted to do, now you will realize, you know, that you should actually do this, and you're going to realize this by becoming awake to unknown dangers. You're both going to become awake to unknown dangers, and this in itself is going to be playing an absolutely giant role when it comes to you two being wise and you two really pretty much so benefiting benefiting from this spiritual penetration, which is on another hand going to bring a hidden emotion for both of you. It's going to highlight it, and it's going to require from both of you to be like a practical and an analytical, because what you're going to do is going to help to both of you so much when it comes to those parts of your life that have been keeping you down, both of you, by frequently being too restrained. And that means that you should just carry on with your own plans no matter what. Okay, so those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Geminini, you need to understand that your own creativity this month, it's going to give you mind-blowing answer. You're going to find yourself, you know, they're going to be like about 7 specific days where you're going to feel so creative, and you're going to feel the old you. You will see what I mean, because that energy is going to be undeniable. But at the same time, in that moment, within these 7 days, when it comes to being really creative, you're going to start something. You will begin some kind of a process and progress which you're not even going to realize. In that moment in time, you're also going to start projecting all sorts of like a really powerful vibration around you, which is only going to in return bring those things back into your life, in particular when it comes to you meeting someone very, very special, someone very significant. And the way this is going to happen to you through your own creativity, something is going to come to you, the certain idea, the certain realization, some kind of a moment of an emotional awakening that you are going to have, and that in itself is going to make you aware that you want to kind of create the specific change in your life, which is going to require from you to actually change something on daily basis, whether this is the different place where you go on daily basis, whether this is the different place where you go on weekly basis, but it's going to happen, you know, when it comes to that particular change, because that change is going to come and it's going to require from you to face it. And once you face this change, that particular change, it's also going to bring you someone very specific, very special into your life, my gorgeous Gemininis, and it's not going to be even that long. So this is going to answer your question within the actual 7 days of this creativity that you're going to feel. This is also going to be a big, enormous answer that, you know, you are, whether you realize this or not, you're going to feel very determined to make this particular change, and that change is going to start bringing you someone very special in your life, my gorgeous Geminini, and it's not even going to be that long whatsoever. Okay, my gorgeous Geminini, I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Gemininis. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Midnight, know the sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She's smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Midnight, all alone in the moonlight, I can dream of the old days. Life was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness is. Let Geminini live again. La la da 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 da. I love you so much. Bye.